And today, just like the title says, we're going to go looking for the final biome. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. I'm vaguely aware that wasn't in tune. You'll have to decide for yourself whether or not you believe I was trying. I'm not going to help you pick. This is just one of those things that you're going to have to arrive at a conclusion without my input. There's going to be a lot of that. Hi, Renee. There's going to be a lot of that. Hi, Natasha. Speaking of things, there is oxidation of my beloved light. So we will brighten it up. We will we'll get rid of that too. Gold, of course, doesn't oxidize, as you expect. Have you ever done something fun, like knowing a fact about gold and upsetting somebody? Where they're like, I bought this gold thing, but it's getting this weird thing on it. And you're like, you know, gold doesn't do that, right? And then they go, oh no, I have done this. That's basically how it went. We should bring the wool back to the wool chest. There's absolutely no point in fragmenting where it's at. Do I have any more gunpowder? We shouldn't need gunpowder, right? But you know, we're gonna have some anyway. We've got weird skulk stuff and that little surprised-looking armor trim, but that's not what we're worried about. Oh, we can make another netherite thing. That is worth worrying about. Netherite, that's like what the whole game's about right here. So we can get a piece of fancy stuff before we head out. But I bet we'll find this biome really quick, or not, you know, it'll be hard to be able to tell. One more netherite ingot, and then we will just coast gently down. And I think the patterns are just like right here. Yeah. By the smithing table, and we will be able to... Alright, what do we want to put it on? We either put it on the pickaxe, which would make like some amount of sense to get a cooler pickaxe, or we start on the armor. I think pickaxe first and then armor, yes. Because I think the pickaxe is supposed to be like slightly better in some way. Magnificent. One more netherite tool in the bank. Oh, it's so beautiful, and you know, whatever that purplish color is, that's exactly what it is. We will put a bunch of wool in here because that's just as good as putting it where I'm supposed to put it. It's exactly as good as putting it where I'm supposed to put it. Alright, do I have enough to make a portal to get out of the nether? Got 4 there. I don't want to be annoyed when I go in if I end up not finding it and I, you know, get stuck on something, which could happen. But I need to free up a little bit of space. I'm doing it in the worst way. That's not true, but it's like the 3rd worst way that you can do it. Ultimately not that important. We've got our iron blocked up. We're just going to run down here, and I don't have an ender chest anymore. That's right. Am I even carrying one? No. Alright, everything's a mess. I need to get more obsidian, eyes of ender. I need to find where I've been leaving all my stuff. Did I leave one by the old Annabelle Lee monument? Let's go. I feel like I left one just like chilling on the beach over here. And grabbing it will be much simpler, just considerably simpler, than remembering where all my stuff is at. Yes, here we go. We very clearly do not need this to be here anymore. We're just gonna coast on in. And this might be really quick or not. Again, I hopefully tell you what the possibilities that exist are. We're just gonna go in, and I know what I'm looking for. It's the place with the trees that doesn't, you know, look red. We're looking for some bluish trees, bluish greenish trees-ish trees. Do I have any fire resist potions? Yes, very important to move about the country are fire resist potions. Alright, how do I do this? I guess we just move the elytra out. Man, this is terrible. No, yeah, we'll just move the shovel out. You rarely need the shovel. It's like I have to have access to my food. The elytra and wanting my fire resistance potion to be right there in case something sketchy happens. You know, they were all considerations all of a sudden. But now, we'll just walk by some of my nice little oak trees that haven't burned down. Look at that nice little piglin who has not earned my ire yet. And, we're just gonna run in one direction, unless that ends up not working out. And I'm confident that before too long we'll find our way out. And then, you know, if I'll probably just build a portal to leave. But it now occurs to me that yeah, I definitely can have it, because I can just break the ender chest if it comes to it. And then I'll have 8 obsidian from that. So we won't need to delay at all. We will just run this way. Now we do need to ride one of these things on lava, but we could wait another day for that. We need to eventually ride them across a big lava lake, like in the overworld, I guess, but that's like it's a longer term advancement plan. And now that piglin has tragically become cooked pig. And I thought this was a hospital for piglin. Unfortunately, they're cooked. Little soul sand thing going on. I think we're just going to fight a lot of people first. Not least because I kind of think we're just going to fly. And if you just fly, then you lose like so much damage reduction, mitigation, protection levels, all of it. So you want to be sure that you're clean and not going to be taking a lot of damage. But maybe up there, it looked sort of purpley. Is that a tree? We'll find out. Yeah, get back here. I dare you. I absolutely dare you. looks like there's a bastion there. And that's just a place. So this bastion is at like -200. You know, we'll jot that down for the never whenever I go back to a bastion. Like, nobody cares less about bastions than me at this point. I, of course, am the proud owner of Pigstep. These nether quartzes do give quite a nice amount of experience. I must say that they are mending up the pickaxe wonderfully. Already out of inventory space, you know, that's just the sad truth of, well, me managing it badly in the first place. So I blocked up all the random things, then I just left them there. Amazing! Well, now you can pick up the quartz. You never know when you'll need some quartz. Okay, so let's turn this way for a bit. Well, that's not gonna work either. Alright. And now, armed with totally a place where I can walk, we're going to, you know, very carefully get out of all of the problems that we had by discovering another huge expanse. Alright, now we're going to, you know, use our gumption to fly in the nether, which is like simultaneously very sketchy and super fulfilling, because it's like, you know, one little mistake and then you'll probably be fine. Like, how good is this ghast actually at prosecuting air-to-air engagements? I mean, like, probably not that good, right? The real risk is in turning around while you're doing your loop-de-loop-de-loops and in getting no closer than before to the proper kind of forest. But it looks like we're not having that problem right here. We're just going to do a little zoom around here. We want to get up higher. There we go. Now this is pod racing. You know, it's clearly better than walking when we're trying to look for one specific thing. We just need to make sure that we don't go right back to a place we've definitely 1,000,000% already been before. Alright, so good news, we're now on the negative X canal, but, you know, before too long, we'll either find a wall that we can go through, or a biome we haven't seen before. Okay, I shouldn't have done that. Actually recovered really well. You know, I could have just lost the speed, but I didn't want to sacrifice all of it. And, yeah, we'll just hit another bastion here, I think, or it's a fortress. Alright, so an Enderman there. We'll just ignore him because we are, after all, just doing, like, real amazing nether flight at the moment. We know we could go back in this specific direction and none of the other ones. Coming in nice and clean. Here's a fortress. Why can I not find... Okay, we're going to lose the speed. That was a little bit too much. Actually, I'm sort of proud of that recovery. That was a good one. Hey, there's the green trees. Now we're going to need to loop there and get the elytra off real quick. That could have been a slightly better dismount. Everybody knows that. Obviously, you could see that I could have done that better, but it was fine. It was good. I'm actually pretty proud that I did land, you know, by the thing. I just didn't land exactly on it. And all in all, some pretty nice flying. So all I need to do is go over there, and then I should get the time of adventuring achievement. Do I just fly over? Yeah. Hot tourist destinations. And give me the other one. No, do I not get the other one? Okay, I still got one more to go. I guess I thought this one also included the nether one, so totally wrong. There's still one more biome to find. Well, I guess it's time to build a nether portal out, and then find the actual final biome. I had 2 left. Surprise. Alright, obnoxiously we've only got... Come on, in the adventuring one, do we have... No, we don't. Well, it looks like we're going to get the obsidian out of the ender chest, and then we have to crack the ender chest to make a nether portal out. So we'll want to make sure we get our flint and steel and all that first. I was like, this is really annoying, but I think, yeah, I just don't have enough obsidian to do it without breaking it, which is just like a really big failure in planning. Ultimately not terribly important, but, you know, shameful behavior all the same. And this one, maybe? Or is this just the same one that we were... Yeah. Nope, too much to hope for. Well, we will, at the very least, get the eyes and the blaze rods, and then we'll be able to make another one when we get to the surface. And we won't have to be without our ender chest for too long. But now I basically never have to come back to the nether again. No, there's still a couple of advancements, and maybe I'll decide that I want to get a bunch of quartz for something. And then there's the, the netherite, all that, but... It's nice sorting out the adventuring. Now just please let me be above ground and not in some stupid cave. Good news. We're at least at -9, and we're 12k from home, and that's fine. There's some light over there. We'll go in that direction. And, yeah, it'll be fine. We'll get flying once we hit the surface. We'll just we'll see if anything emerges as a good plan along the way. Unthinkable. This guy, the temerity. These guys are, they're having a little powwow. They're having their own problems. We're just gonna leave them to it. Hey, diamonds. You know, I'll say what I always do. I don't need them for anything, but I sure like finding them anyway. Unthinkable. Hey, more diamonds. Alright, I was hoping that we would find something to get us out. It looks like we've got water. Water is promising, although it can very often just be, like, sourced to some brick in the wall. A creeper, you know, I should have been more careful, since I do rather a lot desire all the gunpowder in the entire universe to become mine. Finding out how to kill creepers properly would help in that goal. Have we gone up at all? We have gone up to -7, so a resounding success. Hey, here we go. We're going to be able to take this, hopefully, to the surface, but at the very least, relatively high. Yeah. I mean, like 20, that's practically the surface. It's not. It's not at all. But it was enough progress to where now I think I'm just going to go up. Now there's one biome left to get, and I do not know what it is, but I know the places I've been. And I also know that we need to tame some various wolves, so we'll look around for handsome wolves, and we'll look around for handsome cats, we'll look around for anything we haven't seen before. But I think it's going to be some kind of mountainous biome or some kind of cold biome. Which probably isn't saying too much. Speaking of not saying too much, hey, a mine shaft. Here at 40, you know, we might as well totally lose track of what I said I was gonna do, and you know, see if we can find a sweet new music disc or something. Powered rail, my beloved. A regular golden apple, quite tasty. One day I'll learn what detector rails do. That day, it sort of pains me to look at like a potential, you know, place to explore. But you know, the world is full of that, and there's one place left to go that we haven't gone. And just because we don't know what it is, that doesn't matter. The game might know. It's I really thought the nether one was being counted. I was so sure. You know, I didn't ask. We're at 38. You know, before too long we'll get out, or we'll be in the middle of a mountain, and that's okay too. Light? Hey, look at that. Now this is basically the same as not having it, because I simply cannot elytra up here. I do not have that level of confidence, so we're just going to keep on going. But at least we know that before too long we'll be able to find our way out. It's like I guess I could use blocks to climb up. I don't have any. This is why a person would carry blocks with them, right? So that they could, I'm like, wait, why don't I use my carrot and strike the dirt? Hey, all of a sudden we're here. Good news, a beautiful cold biome is on the horizon. Better news, I don't have a bed. Now that could be fun, except that I actually know phantoms are really comically fast when in the air. So there's a nice village up here. I'm going to appropriate a bed. Oh, you're joking. It's only the best village of all time. Have I already been here? I mean, like, have I already been here? Look. They've got a cleric tower, they've got all this, and they've got a cherry biome right above it with a snowy sort of vista underneath. Really quite lovely. But I need to, yeah, I need to not... I need to not go there, and we need to fight through the night, basically. And try to fight some creepers, get some more gunpowder, because I'm going to need a lot of rockets. I only think I have like 100 rockets. And it may be more like 40 by now. But I thought I would see a creeper by now, but I don't. It's just zombies. It's just zombies everywhere. And I will hit them with my armor. It's very effective. Creepers, hooray! Oh, come on. There we go. And it looks like, yeah, this little snowy place, that's going to be the way to find them. For they forgot to wear their winter camo. We shouldn't fall in this little area here in the snowy plains. We should be able to get, like, hopefully, like a full grip of gunpowder before this night's through. Just like enough for a big old chunk of rockets. But we might as well run in this direction because this is, you know, it's pretty. Maybe we haven't been to one of these before. This is a frozen ocean, so maybe we have been to one of these before. And I know I said we were going to lay down because, you know, phantoms exist and they could be annoying, but then I forgot I said that, and that's why we're doing this, if anybody was keeping track and curious. But I did just now remember that it all happened, which, if you think about it, not hard, but like if you think about it just a little bit, that's almost the same as me remembering in the first place. Although you'll note that we're now not actually at all going towards a bed or any way to get a bed. Although we could circle around this way. Hey, that would be a way to do it. And then we could pretend that we're going to find a beach for creepers. That's pushing it too far. That would make it sound like this was planned. Speaking of planned, we will need paper. That will be an important part of the plan. And of course, how do you make paper? Well, you grab sugar cane? I know that's probably not the best way to make real paper. A way to make papyrus, or papyrus. I know I've already talked about how I don't know which one it is, and about how I'm not going to learn. We need to eat. I'm just wasting these golden carrots. It's fine. What is the point of being incredibly wealthy if you don't just chomp on golden carrots? It's good for the teeth also. Like, you know, if you could get through 2 or 3 golden carrots, that just shows how powerful you are. I don't know if I would try. Maybe as like a younger man, I would have attempted it, but now I'm really bad at firing a bow while running. You know, I probably goes without saying. I imagine most people aren't really good at shooting a bow at a gallop, a personal gallop. He is bringing us an egg. Perhaps he like wants to make cookies and he wants to borrow like some sugar. He's like, "Hello, I'm a friendly neighborhood zombie. I have brought an egg to let you know that I have a baking related question." And then of course I hit him with a stick that was attached to a piece of diamond. It's sad, you know, but that's just the Minecraft world they live in. I wish I could get along with the zombies, but maybe he was going to throw that egg at me. It's impossible to say. But the important thing is that the egg is right here on the ground, safe, letting me know that I don't have inventory space. That's okay, because I have space for gunpowder, and that's the whole point of this anyway. Gunpowder is what all blessings derive from. Little bit too high. Oh, come on. How am I so bad at this after all this time? That one will hit. There we go. Really need to get flame on this bow. I know I've been saying that for ages, but you know, like a single shot with the bow plus flame would kill these creepers, and then I wouldn't have to waste the time. Sorry, spend the time. It's not a waste. I'm getting, you know, more expertise at shooting the bow. Not wasting. But as the daylight comes upon us again, we're going to zoom up here. I actually don't know how close it is today, but it's got to be vaguely close. And that's just so pretty. So I don't think villages generate in cherry groves proper. So this would be like at the border of a cherry grove in the village. Those sheep just totally caught in the crossfire. That dude dressed like a 40k character in gold boots and armor without a helmet on. But sun's coming up over the hill now. We're just going to shoot a couple more creepers and then dash into a bed before nightfall, hopefully. Or before dayfall. I said dash into a bed. Like, I literally don't care that I knocked you out of yours. I just need to get the slightest wink of shut-eye to keep the phantoms away. We'll leave the bed there. You know, we're not monsters or interested in taking his bed. Obviously, if I wanted to take it, it would be my right. Obviously. But we will we'll grab our hero's tribute. We'll do it incredibly quickly now that we have the good hoe that we grabbed from the ancient city that also has silk touch and stuff. But then it will be time to look around a little bit at how pretty everything is, and then remember what we're here for, which is really just to appreciate the beauty of the world. Everything else is secondary to that consideration. Alright, now we have, I would call it plenty of rockets. It's a lot. We could get more, but we've got enough gunpowder for like another stack, and so that's good enough for right now. And now it'll just be time to get situated. And then get to flying. We'll want to go anywhere icy, anywhere mountainous, anywhere obviously that looks like I haven't been there before, but most places, 52 out of 53 we've been, so we'll also quite clearly have to go anywhere that looks pretty. So here we've got just like a really nice, it's quite reminiscent of the spawn biome split, where you have like a meadow and these mountains that are surrounding it with the cherry biomes in the split. Quite lovely indeed. I don't want to get like totally onto the negative X track again, but we could just go like several thousand in this direction. And then that'll be fine. This really pretty there. The water in Cherry Groves is a lovely shade of blue. It looks quite reminiscent of like the lukewarm oceans, which are very nice as well. And of course, along the way, we'll just be keeping an eye out for anything, cool. Like that. That's pretty cool. But, if there's like a woodland mansion, we're not going to pass it up. We may not raid every single pillager tower that we see, but, if I go for long enough without seeing something, I might well. That bit of lava just like really taking its sweet time falling to the ground. But they generate when you show up. The world knows they're there, but it doesn't put them down. I don't need to have F3 on. Sometimes I just leave it on. But here we have a dark forest that generated like pretty high, which is awesome. I really like that. You don't see it all the time like this. I mean, you don't often see forests of any kind at like 150. You can see like the specific like mountain versions of forests, but 150 is pretty high for a dark forest, at least in my reckoning. But we've got an awesome sort of dripstone thing going on underneath it. But it looks like we are doomed to fly forever. I know. It doesn't sound like that bad of a fate, actually. I feel so silly that I didn't identify that the nether one was a different one entirely. I just thought, like, they gave you an easier nether achievement. Which, I mean, they do. You only have to go to 5 biomes for the nether advancement one. Whatever kind of spruce place that was, we've already been to one of them. Got a little tiny bit of floating islandage going on here. Not much, just some. When you get like a good high angle, you can go down with the elytra for a while, it seems. Alright, before you do your little leg kicking thing. But we should go and hit all these. This is just a normal run-of-the-mill taiga. This is really pretty. It's like super annoying. I've never had a good time running around on the ice in this game, but they are quite lovely from the air. And all of this is just called Frozen Ocean, or mostly is. Even the areas over water, yep. And deep frozen ocean. Yeah! Got it, guys. All right, deep frozen ocean. That was the one. That was the final biome. Jeff, you say my mustache is crazy wicked? Thank you. Thank you. I've worked very, very long hours growing it. It's shocking, actually, how impressive it is. Though I say so myself. It's like you really can't tell because of the camera, but it goes like, I can pull it like beneath my chin. These ones on the side, I can like push them out all funny. And then it'll be like, you know, I'm just gonna like push my lips up out of the camera, you know, to demonstrate what my mustache would look like if it were closer to the camera. Great success. Adventuring time achieved. Alright, so now thank you, Cap Ghosty. Well, you know, I hope if I should ever choose to shave my mustache that people will still like me. But it is becoming sort of like my trademark, which is funny because I imagine like most people that eventually grow a mustache. When I was younger, I didn't anticipate that I would one day decide to wear one. Alright, so what do we do? Do we just sort of like fly home for fun? I could like crack every temple on the way in and just get a ton of gold. I'm not actually headed towards home at all, am I? No. Yeah, this is a long way to fly. said I should make a channel profile using the mustache as some part of the logo. You are vastly overestimating my ability or inclination to ever edit one single picture. But it is a good idea. The deep frozen ocean. That was the elusive one. I'm glad I elected to fly over this. You know, it looked just the same as all the rest of it, but... No, the mustache, I love it. I think it looks very funny. It's just, you know, it gets in your way when you eat. It's annoying occasionally. Sometimes it like tickles like the bottom of my chin because it's quite long, and depending on how tense I am at work, sometimes feeling like something is touching me is unpleasant. But this feels so good. As you may expect, this is the first time I've ever gotten all the, hello, Walter. Yes, mustache indeed, that is me. I was joking with somebody many months ago before I started up my channel again, or started making videos again. I never, like, deactivated it. But, I was like, I should do, like, a thing called My Mustache and Me, where, like, I and my mustache, like, played games and reviewed them, and my mustache would be, like, you know, the friendly one that had good things to say, and I would be my normal, negative, and unpleasant self, and then all of the good things could come from the mustache. Yeah, you know, it's not so bad when I eat because I can always have a napkin or whatever, but I work at a restaurant, and so sometimes, like, you just have 20 seconds to snack, you know, like someone says, hey, do you want this half of a whatever that's left over? I'm going to throw it out. And you're like, yeah, let me dig in on that. And you're just, like, cramming your face, but you have this mustache, now you've got, you know, whatever it is on you. Or you can try to eat very carefully. Like, you get a French fry and you angle it underneath the mustache, like you're trying to, like, get a baby's food into their mouth, like, very directly so that it doesn't, like, come in, and you're just like, all right, we'll go up underneath the mustache. But it works, you know. The important thing is just not to make a mess. It's funny how I could just, like, be flying and barely pay attention to the game. Hey, Fairy Tales. You stay for the cool mustache? Well, thanks. You know, it's clearly a good marketing technique. You know, it's not just for the guy on the Pringles can anymore. Some good old mountain goats there. We're flying back over the same area. That's fine. You know, we're going to be over a new area soon enough. Now, you might be asking yourself, what's the best mountain goat song? Well, there are many schools of thought with that. One, like an honorable mention, I would probably say, like, Jenny off of All Hail West Texas. Just, like, a really, really strong, awesome love song. That part in, I think it's the second verse, where he says, you know, like, because Jenny's about, like, a person getting picked up on a motorcycle and, like, you're riding around away with them. And the line is like, you know, and you pointed your headlamp toward the horizon. We were the one thing in the galaxy God didn't have his eyes on. And that's just, like, a really great couplet. And so I would say that if that was your choice for the best mountain goat song, that would be a good school of thought there. But of course, as you know, there are many, many schools of thought as regards the best mountain goat song. And the next time we see a mountain goat in the game, I'll share another school of thought as regards that. But a beautiful sinkhole there. We're just going to go right past it. We need to go, yeah, like negative 90. Yeah, we can just hold this angle basically for basically forever. Yeah, we'll just we'll go here for 10,000 more things. And wait, does that say 8 concurrent viewers? That's a shocking amount of viewers. The mustache is really working. But yes, Jess, I really love the Mountain Goats. They're one of my favorite bands, and I find the sight of a mountain goat an irresistible urge to share a great mountain goat song with other people, as I often do in life whenever I don't see a mountain goat. But it seems like I'm supposed to do it when I see one in the game. And you know, if John Darnielle is watching this, first of all, how surprising, but second of all of your songs are the best song. But there are many schools of thought about it. Hey, Coral Reef? Coral Reef! John Darnielle did notice me on the internet one time. It was just like a thing on Twitter ages ago. It wasn't cool at all beyond the fact that he noticed me, but I was very, very pleased because he, he's the Mountain Goats. And some people don't like the Mountain Goats, and that's okay. But I like them a lot. Is this the Great Coral Reef that we had been familiar with in the past? It may well be. If it goes on for like absolutely ages and has a bunch of big circly things, then it is. But I don't know if it was in this negative X direction. I think this might just be like another magnificent, massive, massive coral reef. So beautiful. And it shows up so much better at night, because you get all of the sea cucumber, sorry, sea pickle. I'll never stop being amused by their choice to name it that. But what's orange there? Is that just like a very small outcropping of red sand there on that beach? Looks like it. And yeah, so we're going to find a temple. We're going to find a temple. All right, do I have... Yeah, we're just going to find this temple. We're going to crack it and take all the stuff on the inside because there's absolutely no reason to go by a desert without taking the temple's wealth. No reason at all. It's just right there after all. So totem in the offhand, very important if you're going to be doing silly stuff like this. Our elytra is almost cracked, so we need to get it mended up, which we will do. Jeff, you ask if I have a lot of builds on my world or I mainly just like exploring. I don't have that many builds. I have a couple of things that I work on. I mainly just I sort of do what the mood takes me with. Cap Ghosty said your teacher made you learn a Mountain Goat song like 3 years ago. What song was it, if you don't mind me asking? I celebrate their whole catalog. But as you know, there's a pressure plate here with a bunch of TNT underneath it. And if you didn't know that, this is a thing that will get you killed in a desert temple. I think it's the only thing that'll get you killed in here. But once you have cracked the pressure plate, you can freely acquire the Trinitro just like you always wanted. And there's gunpowder inside of these, which I did know. And that's also why we came. So we get a dune armor trim, which you can get that here. Fortune 3. Fortune 3 is fine. We'll be able to put that on a hoe, actually, and that'll be awesome because I need a better one. A couple of emeralds. I hate to say I don't care, but I mean I don't care. We'll put them in a bag anyway. I mean, waste not, want not, right? A book of channeling. That's something trident related, maybe. I think somebody talked about that before. Up the Wolves. Dude, yes. You know, I don't think I mentioned that one yet on the channel as the School of Thoughts, but yes, Up the Wolves is... Oh, wow, it's so good. Up the Wolves was, I believe, actually in a Walking Dead episode, which had some prominence for it. But, yeah, that's the, our mother has been absent ever since we founded Rome, but there's going to be a party when the wolf comes home. That one, oh, yeah. That one, it's like electrifying in concert. There's a lot of Mountain Goat songs like that because like the words of it are like so intense and powerful and punchy, and like you just got to imagine like what it's like. They don't know these songs, like these people just work in the venue, you know, and then they hear something like that. Like, I'm gonna bribe the officials. I'm gonna kill all the judges. It's gonna take you people years to recover from all of the damage. Our mother has been absent ever since we founded Rome, but it's gonna be a party when the wolf comes home. Like, the mountain goats are just so good, right? Like, just so good. That's great that your guitar teacher made you learn that song. You know, they sound like they got good taste. We're here in this desert. I think we're just going to wait for the nightfall. And actually, we might... Hey, camels! We'll claim some heroes tribute real quick. And Black cat? Nope, just a tuxedo cat. Very handsome, but... Oh, look at this little dude! Oh, he's got a little hat and everything. Hey, little guy. He ran in through the wall. He does not use the doors. Like, wait, what is even happening here? Alright, so we have some creative housing. We're gonna help them out with that real quick, because that's what heroes do. I think they've just been walking through the hole in the wall there, which, like, is very amusing. But we need to find a farmer, and then, this guy is just, looming away, luminously. So, are there any farmers here? Yes. This man has a straw hat. The mark of a farmer anywhere. Hey, Swib. Oh, thank you. Yes, we are here on day 292, and all is well. Please say you buy wheat. He does not buy wheat. I'm going to induce him to get a different job. Please say you buy wheat. I'm going to induce him to get a different job. Come on, buddy. Alright, as you see now, he is desperate to purchase wheat. Like, there's nothing in the world he wants more than that. And let me say, it's about time, buddy. We put on the elytra first. to hopefully get some experience. I don't actually know how much experience this is. This is basically no experience. This is a terrible way to get experience for the elytra. All right, I terribly estimated how useful this would be. Literally unplayable. My ability. Do I have any tips for staying motivated in a Minecraft world? Oh, I don't know, man. I get bored sometimes for sure. Yeah, I think you just have to identify what it is that you find enjoyable, because like sometimes your goals can get in the way of your enjoyment, but I find that I need to have them. For me, one of the ways that I kept being engaged was playing hardcore because, well, I had no choice but to adapt sometimes, and that was an interesting thing all its own. So, I might be feeling stagnant, but then if I die, well, now I'm highly motivated to do everything all over again, right? No. -90. Okay. -90 is where we need to go. And I just need to keep an eye on the elytra. I don't know if a desert can have two temples, but we'll keep looking out for it anyway. Those are just those well structures. They appear to be interesting, but they are just wells. But yeah, you could do it to use how to build. But my tip that I give people is like forget what you know about how to play the game and just play it. Go in a direction and play. If you always, get your gear in some specific order, try it some other way. In this world, I mined for my diamonds to make my gear, which in my previous hardcore worlds I was too tentative about that, right? Like I basically just engaged in a huge amount of commerce with villagers in order to acquire my diamond gear to get my start, and then ooh, here. But yeah, and just and if normally you do that, then get on a boat instead. Like explore if you normally don't. Just try to do a thing you don't normally do. Like I use Skyrim as an example a lot because I played like a ton of Skyrim, and it's a good example because so many people have played Skyrim. But most people, if you've played it a ton, like you have not just like the stealth archer meme build, but like you have a way you play the game. You go through the tutorial, and as soon as you go out into the world, and you could go right, left, straight, or anywhere, you always go one way. Most people do. But if you just go left instead, the game is so different, and and people often feel you know, like they're bored of something, but really they've just been shutting themselves off from some of the avenues that they could be using to get like some really solid enjoyment. Like if I ever feel like I'm getting really bored, I'll probably like try to get good at the game or something. I know it's unlikely, but it'd be funny if I got good someday. But sometimes, yeah, I just want to like spin up a new hardcore core world or just like a new Minecraft world in general. So I totally see like the appeal of speedrunning. Although I myself, to be charitable, I don't find the value in focusing that heavily on one particular goal at any given time. Also, I would get distracted. I speedrun GoldenEye where the levels are 1 minute long. But it's so interesting to me, Minecraft in specific, because it's the most sold game of all time, but there's so many different ways that people play it, and we need to get into an open area and get this elytra mended up. An open area just so I don't have to worry about trees. And I guess we'll just wear it and try to be smart. It should be fine. I know. Famous last words. But that way, because otherwise if we have it in the offhand... Alright, well first of all I need to get the hotbar proper. Man, it would be so annoying if I go to 7 and I just pull my shovel out. I'm like, wait, I can hit cows and then they have to give me experience too. Wait, did that cow not give me experience? Do cows get to choose to give me experience or not? Where are the orbs? Oh, sorry, little guy. I was trying to get experience orbs. Alright, now at least it's orange again. But as I look around now, I realize it is past my bedtime. I need to wrap this up. Unfortunately, we won't be able to have a dance party with the crime family, for we are far from home and much too far to fly right now. But the elytra's bidding up nicely, and this will give us a fun little start to the next video. But I just need to find a place to hang my hat for the night. So let's see if there's a bed to be found anywhere. And if not, then we'll probably just perch in the top of this tree. Seems like a good place to perch. Alright, well, as we gaze down at everything, just wanted to say, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Really hope you've enjoyed. We found the last biome, we've made some great progresses here. Day 292, and the whole world's open to us, but, not all of it, because the elytra still needs some more, some more experience into it, but we've got plenty of gunpowder, and that's good. It's a lot easier to find sugarcane than gunpowder. But good night, guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you later on.